Welcome to the Firestone family. Today we're taking a look at how to install the Ride-Rite air springs on a Ram 2500. Check Ride-Rite.com to ensure a correct fit for your truck. After unpacking everything from the box, check the instructions to make sure you have all the parts you need. Take appropriate safety precautions when working on your vehicle. To start, disconnect the negative battery terminal. The install will go much easier with the wheels out of the way. Go ahead and remove them now. On the driver's side frame rail, locate the factory bump stop and remove it. Now, look for the driver's side upper bracket and make sure it's the right one. Once you have the correct bracket, fasten it to the top of the air spring with the provided hardware. The air fitting will go in the top as well. Make sure the fitting points toward the inside of the bracket. The bottom of the air spring is where the lower bracket goes. Don't tighten everything up just yet though. That will happen later. Get underneath the truck and locate the spot where the bump stop used to be. This is where the new frame bracket goes. You can mock up where the airline tubing will go at this point, since it's easier to do now. Slide the air spring assembly into place and align the bolt holes in the frame bracket to the holes in the upper bracket. Remember, the taller side of the upper bracket points toward the outside of the frame. Now, take two of the hex head bolts and flange nuts and bolt the air spring onto the upper bracket. Next, make alignment marks on the air spring and lower bracket. Then tighten the flathead bolt on the lower bracket. Using the provided carriage bolts, fasten the sub-axle bracket to the lower bracket. Use your hand to check clearance around the air spring. There should be at least that much space between the spring and other components. Otherwise, they'll rub together and cause damage. Now, repeat these last few steps on the passenger side. For the inflation valves, your Firestone kit allows you to choose either a no-drill bracket or vehicle body location. For our install, we chose the no-drill bracket. The inflation valve will come together as shown in your instruction manual. Next, take the airline tubing and cut it in the center point. Make sure the cut is as square as possible. The tubing goes in like so. Press it in as far as it'll go. Then lightly pull on it to ensure it's not going anywhere. Look for the best route to take to the springs. If necessary, slip on the provided thermal shields to protect from heat sources. We're on the home stretch now. With your lines installed and securely attached, go ahead and inflate the springs to 70 psi. Take a spray bottle with soapy water or window cleaner. Now spray the tubing where it meets the fittings and valves. If you find there are no leaks, then you're all done. If you detect bubbles forming, refer to the install manual for troubleshooting. This completes the installation of the Firestone Ride-Rite Air Helper Springs. Get out there and tow. For any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to Firestone by visiting Ride-Rite.com or calling 1-800-888-0650. Firestone Ride-Rite. Comfort, confidence, and control.